Are we about to see a real estate crash? That's what I want to cover in this video. My name is Sean Mitchell, Denver area real estate agent with Compass. Let's jump in. Just last week, the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said that he thinks that we need to see a real estate correction. Now, it's important to distinguish the difference between correction and crash. Just because he says correction doesn't mean it's actually going to be a crash. And according to the National Association of Realtors, there's no real numerical definition to a correction like there is to the stock market, which is typically between 10 and 20%. What we saw with the Great Recession over 10 years ago is that drop was about 30%. In a recent Money.com article, they cite most of the analysts think that it's going to only be a single-digit drop, so less than 10%. Others who are a little bit more bearish on this think that it's between 10 and 20%. So what are real estate agents like myself thinking about this whole thing? There are some things that I'm paying really close attention to. Probably at the ground level, one of the most important ones is the active inventory. How much competition do you have on the market if you were to decide to list your house? Like unemployment rate for the area and nationally. In addition to that, I'm also following the days on market and list to sale price ratio. Since mortgage rates are largely impacted by the Federal Reserve interest rate, that's also something that I'm paying close attention to. Based on what the Federal Reserve is indicating, that interest rate is likely to go up another percentage point. However, it really depends on what the inflation rate is doing. It has been going down over the last several months, but it's nowhere close to what they want to see it at. So increasing the Federal Reserve interest rate is something that is almost guaranteed. So what does this mean if you're considering putting your house on the market? It means that you should not be overly aggressive with the list price, be very conservative with it. It also means that you should expect your house to take a little bit longer to sell, and you're likely not going to have multiple offers. Now, that's a broad statement. If your house is perfect and it's styled and designed right on the interior and it checks off all the boxes, you may likely still be in a multiple offer situation. The inventory is still low historically. It is going up, but it is still limited. And if you're a buyer trying to decide if you want to get into the real estate market and buy a house, the interest rate will likely go up, so it won't likely go down anytime soon. You also have declining home sale prices, so sellers are much more willing to drop the price or take an offer below asking price than they were 6 to 12 months ago. You have a lot more leverage now than you ever have, and maybe you're thinking, well, I'm just going to wait until the interest rate drops, but the problem with that is that you're not the only one thinking that. And once the interest rate does fall, it's going to spur on some purchasing and therefore increase the competition that you've got in trying to get a house under contract. So there's no real perfect scenario. When interest rates were extremely low, the buying frenzy was high. Now what we're seeing with the interest rates higher is that the buying is low and you have an opportunity to get something at a really great price. So my advice to you as a buyer is to get in now, lock that monthly mortgage payment in, and if and when the interest rate does fall, you can always refinance and get a lower monthly payment. So is the real estate market about to crash? Based on what I can see, no. But what are your thoughts? Sound off in the comments down below. Market crash, correction, a bunch of hype. I'd love to hear your opinion. My name is Sean Mitchell, Denver area real estate agent with Compass. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.